Well, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful day today. A little recap on the market action today with you. And we started off the day with an indecision candle print at a slightly higher high for the primary market, the S&P 500. As per what we've seen in the recent past, it's been individual FANG stocks or Mag 7 stocks within the Qs that have driven this behavior. And what we saw in the pre-market action and what we saw throughout the day was not very different. When you take a look at the daily candlestick right there on the SPY at the hard right edge of the center chart, and I'm going to make that full screen for now, and then we're going to take a look at the other time frames on either side in just a moment. Very similar to what we did the other day in a video just like this. And what we said a couple of a day ago or so was very simple and straightforward. This market has a better chance to see a little bit more up, several dollars, but then a pullback is more likely to set in. And we are in that phase right now where we're rising gradually, but we're slowing down as we rise. And you can see that by way of the delta or the change day over day. It's compressing, smaller bodied candles. And what you have on the screen right now is a incredible toolkit called the Champion Trend Pack Toolkit. It's a suite of indicators that work together and provide us a sequence of signals. This is driven by Rob's decades and decades of experience, Rob Hoffman's decades and decades of experience in markets, winning trading competitions and identifying the right tools, procedures, strategies, and putting it all together in a easy to use, easy to apply, amazing platform, and that would be on WealthCharts. Now, Wealth Charters that are ultimate members get that Champion Trend Pack Toolkit, and what you're seeing on screen is that, plus a couple of other things that are marketplace indicators, but we're going to focus on the Champion Trend Pack clearly. The buy zone started down here, Champion Cross, Opaque, Champion Trend, Trail Line. Now, as a buy zone starts, it moves into stage one pretty much immediately. Once we've got a closed bar that has a Champion Trend and the Champion Cross right there, we are in stage one of the sequence of signals. Stage two is typically remarked by something called wealth signal. Now, it can be taken over as we're in a late stage uptrend and we're in a resumption move. It can be taken over by things like a range breaker or even the breakout forecaster. And in this case, the breakout forecaster did come in and replace what typically comes in stage two. Now, you can also see over here, as we moved up, we started to slow down pretty much after the last breakout forecaster on this bar, and the next bar as well came without a breakout forecaster. 2 bars in a row, inclusive of the speed lines starting to cross, was giving us that early warning signal that stage 1, 2, and 3 are done. Typically, it's Champion Cross, Champion Trend, then it would be wealth signal or range breaker, and then it would be the breakout forecasters. And when the breakout forecasters are done, if we are in a move that's more young, well, what usually happens is we pull back to one of the last several breakout forecaster lines, which in this case we did a little bit more than that, but we did end up coming back up and holding right at that third last breakout forecaster. And we saw the market push right back up. The Champion Cross buy zone worked like magic. The sequence resumed again. Speed lines crossed over, price got above the Champion Cross buy zone, and the rest has been history. However, where are we now? We had a few moves up. Did we get into stage two quite clearly somewhere here? Well, the answer is yes, we did. And that was right there. That dark blue dot is range breaker, and that can take the role of remarking stage two of the sequence. Are we now in stage three? We don't have any breakout forecasters. This is a more mature trend, and this is a trend that's coming up, not necessarily to its end just yet, but I'm pinching the chart for a reason. That channel goes back to October of 2022, and it's a statistical channel, 2 standard deviations. When we're very far away from normal, we're 2 standard deviations away or more, and that's the area that we preside over right now. The market has a much better than fair chance to, at minimum, slow down, as you heard me say in a video just like this the other day, slow down as it rises into that area, and it can hang out there for a while, but then the expectation would be for a pullback. So we're in that spot right now where we're slowing down. 2 indecision candles right up against the top lip of that channel. And we don't have stage 3 remarked as of yet. We've got champion cross and champion trend. The champion cross zone has to be expanding. It is. And we have to have the block at the bottom of the screen there. That's there. Champion trend has been in place. Haven't lost that. But stage 2 then came in. But we don't have stage 3 remarked. And that would be really only breakout forecasters can remark that. So as of right now, the odds for a continued run up that's accelerative are lower until we've actually got breakout forecasters to support that acceleration, which means what? Well, it means that we have to look at the other time frames to be more specific, but it means that it's less likely that we just break out and run. We do have the weekly chart on the left-hand side of the screen for the SPY and the 4-hour chart on the right-hand side. Now, the weekly chart looks out a month to a quarter, and why I have it there is for downside risk. So if we take a look at where the fast speed line is, it's sitting at around $550 and 70 pennies. When I look at the slow speed line, that's the magenta one right there, and that is holding in and around $547 and change. The top of the champion cross buy zone, 542, as you may have heard yesterday. Now, why am I remarking those? If the market is signaled by a time frame that accounts for the next several days, which would be the 4-hour chart, if it's signaling weakness and it's likely to pull back, we want to have some symmetry across the time frames as to where that support structure is that we pull back to. And it works the same way when we're looking for things to go up. Well, right over here on the 4-hour chart, we can see that there is compression in between the speed lines. That means that there's momentum slowing. Bullish momentum is slowing. However, we haven't fully turned around and compressed the champion cross buy zone. And in fact, we did get a breakout forecaster on the first 4-hour bar from today. So the market has not said no, but it is saying still the bullish momentum is starting to slow. So if we do get a breakout forecaster tomorrow on the first 4-hour bar or even on the daily bar, okay, it's back to up and away. What's more likely is we're not likely to get that and have a dip that pulls us back. Now, we just rhymed off several numbers. That number right up here around the 550 and change, the 548 or 47 and change, and then, of course, right over here, the 542 and change. If I look for symmetry with those numbers across the daily chart, speed lines, first place I'm going to go, the top of the champion cross buy zone, I've got some symmetry, 551, and of course, 551 right over here. That's starting to pull together an idea of where we can come down to first. And if we look at the champion cross buy zone on that 4-hour chart, the very bottom edge, nope, that's a little too far. Somewhere through the center, we've got 551, which would be supported by the prior highs and where we broke out. So this is now coming together as the market slows down. There is risk down to that area. It doesn't mean we will come down there. We do have a breakout forecaster. If we get one tomorrow, the first 4-hour bar, it's still game on to potentially accelerate. So I want to watch for that. And I know that the sequence of signals can keep me safe. If I do not have the third sequence, part of the sequence starting, well, the market may be in an exhausted state, and I can use the symmetry of support across time frames to triangulate where we are likely to come down to and hold that support, at least initially. This and much, much, much more is going to be discussed in depth, including market outlooks, including the specific strategies and tools I use to swing and day trade. I'm looking forward to sharing those with you at the next Wealth 365 Summit, an incredible lineup of speakers. Can't wait to see you there. Simply go to joinziad.com and get your seat. It starts next Monday, July the 15th. That's coming up soon. Make sure you go get your seat, and we'll see you there. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for watching.